Welcome to Cars, Shops, and Collections. I'm JC. I appreciate you watching the show and following the show. Now, this is a part two episode. Part one, Boulder City, Mike Cimino and his 1965 Pontiac GTO, gorgeous resto mod. When we finished filming, Mike took us back to his private collection of cars, so we decided to split it up into two parts. Here we go with part two. We got a 1953 Buick Roadmaster that Mike Ditka once owned. I was talking to Mike Cimino about this. This car is valued close to $300,000. We got a 1959 Mercedes-Benz 190 that we saw Mike a couple years ago starting to rebuild. It's completed. 67 Camaro RS. He's got a 1960 Porsche that is super rare. It's a very rare collection that Mike seldom shows these cars, so it's kind of a treat to see these cars. Do want to take a second and thank you though for watching Car Shops and Collections. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button right there. Gene says right there. Hit the button right there. That goes a long way for me, so I appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. And let's do this. Part two, Boulder City, Mike Cimino and his private collection. Now this is a treat to see more of Mike's collection. So some of these though, the Gran Torino, we've done a full episode on. So you can go back and see the full episode on some of these cars.
That Gran Torino is so rare.
It's super rare. Huge response on that. GTO looks cool just sitting there.
I have to show you some my other garage too, but my collection's changed a bit since you've been here.
Well, I remember the Bug. You had that for a while.
Yep.
The Gran Torino.
That's a ¡66 Fairlane. I may have had that too, but we repainted it. A couple cars that are new is one in. Well, here I'll show you the Nash first. This is a ¡51 Nash. Whoa. It's on airbags, right?
Yeah.
So when you drive it, and it raises, when you bring it to a car show, you drop it. It's a red bullet. I'm going to hang a surfboard off the top of it, and
look at this interior.
Yeah, the interiors.
Wow.
Now that was done by my friend Jose, and he does great work.
I met you. He's your guy, one of your guys, or no?
Yeah. Well, no, he's not one of my guys who works here, but he does double semen.
I was going to say this could be on the SEMA show floor in November.
So those are Porsche 911 seats that came out of the 911 I was talking about, and then I put Carl's on that one, but
didn't see this coming.
I bought 50. I don't think you've ever seen the 57 Thunderbird. This was my first memory of being in an old car. When I was 4 years old, 5 years old, I remember laying. Oh, stop! I remember laying. He's in the pool. I remember laying in the up here in the window.
Top, yeah.
You know, back then you could do that, and my dad used to get 4 kids, and his wife in the front seat of that car.
Where did you find this one? Here in town?
I found it actually in Mesquite, and it's got air conditioning. So Is
this looks like it's almost all original.
It is. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's been repainted, but it's repainted the original color.
Yeah.
And it's original. So 57 Thunderbirds are kind of cars that they're so nice when they're built.
Yeah.
You really don't rest them on them.
You don't want to change it. Yeah, keep it. Yep, keep it.
So, Oliver, stop. But
hi, Oliver. I know. Is this your favorite, Oliver? This is Oliver's favorite.
The one I really want to show you is this one.
Wow.
I'm going to go turn on the lights. I've been working on this car for so long, JC.
Which one?
And the only thing it needs now is exhaust.
Where are we going?
All the way back. This is a 1950. Oliver, come here. Oliver. I'm sorry. Oliver, come. Oliver, come.
She took Gene out.
This is a 1959 ground-up restoration. This is a car you do all original. It's a 1959 Mercedes-Benz 190 SL. Again, original color. Yep. Original interior color. Original everything. And this has been a 6-year project. It's a little dirty because of shop dust, but...
Wait, did we see this on the first episode we ever did with you?
You might have, because it was in the yard.
You had the tub of it, right?
Yep.
You just had the tub?
Yep.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Yep.
We'll have to drop in. Remember Gene was episode 1 with Mike, walking out in the yard, and you couldn't even tell what it was, and this is it.
Yep. That was it.
Dude.
I've been working on this forever. But yeah, it's a cool car. Oh.
Talk to me about what you did with
The interior. Again, it's basically a rose-colored interior. Maybe I call it Cabernet. And I have I took the glove box off because I'm getting some paint work, match work for the top, the hard top. But I restored all the interior. I just need to finish the buttons because I have some buttons that you put the center pieces in, and then insert the windows, and then put the door panels back on them, exhaust, and I'm done. 2 days worth of work. Yeah, you had this when we first time we met, but it was nothing like this. Yeah. Couldn't even. You're telling me. I remember you're telling me your vision. I gotta tell you, to restore these things it is not for sissies. I mean,
it's a labor of love.
Well, particularly these cars, when you want to buy a part, you say what?
Yeah.
Because they charge so much. Like just a window sill is $400 for a gasket.
Where do you find like original parts for it too?
Oh, you can find them, but you got to pay for them.
Yeah.
And I forgot where I bought the parts from. There's a Mercedes. Pelican is really good at finding the parts. Pelican parts.
Do you need a cool shot of the front end? That's
Oh, yeah, check out that front.
The classic Mercedes-Benz emblem on the hood. That's cool.
Okay, I'll show you a couple other ones.
He's full of surprise. I'm down. Hey,
I mean,
listen. I'll follow you.
My two coolest cars are not here, but they're going to be here soon. One's a '55 Bel Air that I found that was another one that was tubbed out. But it was a '55 Bel Air convertible I found in a garage after being in there for 50 years. Oh, that's a golf cart.
Is that the golf cart?
That's a miniature of my actual Bronco that's in the garage. I'm going to show you. But yeah, that's a little golf cart that I bought it from Dennis Gage. He has My Classic Car Show. I don't know if you're familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis Gage. I bought that for Dennis. Dennis loved my Bronco so much that he bought a golf cart exactly like it. And then when he moved from a golf course, I bought it from him.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I just want to see what's.
That's actually a V8 Jeep. That's a 305.
What year is it?
77.
77.
305.
So yeah. CJ7.
Yep.
77.
With the V8. That's the only reason why I bought it. But yeah, they didn't come with V8.
No, this is beautiful inside here.
Yep.
You had a Renegade before.
Yeah,
you sold that one? You still have it?
No, I sold it.
Oliver, down.
Gosh, I'm so sorry. Shut up. Go, Oliver. I'm sorry. Down.
Getting taken out by Oliver.
Is this one run?
Absolutely.
Are you selling it?
Yeah. I'm selling everything that's outside here, really.
But I remember you sold that Renegade you had because you had a 78
Yeah, it was really
Renegade.
nice.
Yeah, that had the V8 too.
Yeah.
That was gorgeous.
Yep.
That's gone though?
That's gone, yeah.
You also had a beautiful black YJ as well. That's gone too?
Yeah. But I added some other ones. So I'm going to open up the garage.
Oh, should we go over here?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ready, Gene? Oh my gosh, two.
Okay, so.
Camaro is new.
No, I've had the Camaro.
You had the Camaro?
Yeah.
Mustang is new?
The Mustang is new.
We've had the, what's the color on this?
That's Emberglo.
Yes.
That's the original. I've had it since I was 20 years old.
Yeah, we did an episode on this.
Yep.
Porsche, what's back here?
These two are new. This is a 1960 Porsche 1800B.
Okay.
And
he's good.
And yeah, I bought this about 4 months ago, and I like Porsches. And this is a Volkswagen, but you know what? The handling of it, the driving of it, you can understand from Porsche. They've started with this car, and refined the drive in the modern day Porsche. But it all started with this car, and it really does a great job.
What year is this?
1960.
1960.
Yep. And then, yep.
Okay.
And then this.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites. Okay. It looks like a normal, which is not really normal, 1936 Ford Roadster Convertible. Very rare. But this is a special one. My dad restored this car.
Did he really?
Loved this car. And after he died, I bought it from the state. And this has a modified motor in it with
Wow.
headers. It's got disc brakes, racket pinion steering, and an automatic transmission.
Oh, wow. Look at that. So how long did your dad have this in?
He had it for, I don't know, 20 years.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
He drove it too, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it drives so
Yeah.
nice. And this car will go down the highway at 70 miles an hour.
No kidding.
Yep.
What's it like sitting back here when you drive?
I've never been back there.
No? That's kind of
But
scary.
I put my
sitting
key back there.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if you hit the brakes or something, I mean, you're gonna literally
Yeah,
just
well,
not be in a good spot.
Safety wasn't really.
No, not at all.
an
Are you
option
kidding me?
back then.
Heck no.
Yeah, see, you step on it.
Oh, here's the
Here.
step. Yeah, here's the step.
Here, in.
1, 2, in.
Yeah. No rails.
No, 2 steps. But that's cool.
Yeah.
And the connection with your father, that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, it
And
is.
next to your
My
Mustang,
Mustang,
here,
yeah.
this is
Yeah.
a special garage.
And then here is there's a couple cool cars. Here's the Mike Ditka car. This was this is a 1953 Buick Roadmaster Convertible. They only made 1,600 and something of them, not many. But this is kind of a cool car because it's got an LS in it.
It does?
A racket pinion steering, automatic transmission, Ford 9-inch rear end, posi traction, coilovers. So it drives beautifully.
And this was Mike Ditka's car.
Mike Ditka's car. Yeah, I got a picture with him
Can I
in
slide
the
it?
car. Yeah, him in the car.
Did you get this from Barrett Jackson?
Nope, I
No?
bought it from an owner out of was it Thousand Oaks, California.
Now, if I know this car correctly, yep. You see it, Gene? Radio right down here?
Yep,
And it should have Sirius XM
yep.
with antenna you can put out when you want it. Push.
Yeah.
Ashtrays right here, right?
Yep.
Yep, ashtrays. 2 ashtrays. I don't know if forcing to come out.
Yep.
So then, because you got the radio here, the original radio is still
Yeah.
right here. That is so cool.
Yep. Tilt wheel.
Uh-huh.
Automatic power
Power windows.
Those are original.
Just luxury. And
Yeah.
only 1,600 of these made, right?
1,697, I think. Not many. Not many. It's a really cool. It's got a great back end.
Let's come around the backside.
Like,
This is the chrome everywhere.
yeah. See, and then they painted inside the wheel wells red.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, you can see them in
front?
the front for sure.
But this is the one that at one point was sold by Barrett Jackson at one point. I'm sure there's many owners.
It might have been, but I didn't.
Maybe you got the guy that bought it from Barrett.
Yeah. And then the last one I got recently is the '65 Mustang Fastback. So I added 4-wheel disc brakes, power steering, power brakes, and then air conditioning.
And this is a keeper, right?
Yeah, this is keeper.
And the big Bronco back.
Yeah, the Bronco I've had for a while. That's the one that Dennis Gage loved so much that he made that golf cart out of. And then the Camaro I've had for a while. I am the second owner of that car. It is the original paint.
We saw this episode 1. You were working on it. It was up on the rack.
Yeah, that was probably it.
Back
yeah.
when you had the shop in Boulder
Yep.
City. Yep.
I did add power steering because it didn't, and power brakes.
67, right?
67, yeah.
Yep.
And this is the first first Camaro convertible that made it to Raton, New Mexico. And I bought it from the owner of that. He was the dealer. He bought it as his car and never sold it. And then when we bought the dealership, when I was in the business, I was able to buy this.
Year 1 of the Camaro RS
Yep.
convertible.
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah, with the 4-speed.
Yeah.
This is
4-speed.
such a nice car. So, when I first bought it, I didn't make it really original. I changed all the engine dressings and stuff, which I probably should have done. But I also made the radiator,
Okay.
the dual fan radiator, serpentine belt, or not serpentine, one belt. I changed that. When you make them reliable,
Yeah.
you deal with the whole front end of the engine and the radiator and the fans, and that's what makes it reliable.
You don't want overheating.
You want to, and it didn't have power brakes.
See, power brakes had, yeah. All right, Mike.
All right.
The man is full of surprises.
Well, when I get those other calls, I'll let you know because they're
kidding me?
really
This was
bad.
great. This was awesome. Well, we came to see a 1965 Pontiac GTO, and we got a little bit of a
We
treat.
got like 30 minutes of
You kidding me?
now.
This is incredible. This is like car paradise right here.
Yeah.
We need a name for your ranch. Car paradise. Oh, you got more? No.
No,
it's been great.
well, not today.
I love it, man. This episode, coming here is always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know I love you, man. I love seeing you. I love our friendship, and I appreciate
man, I
you
appreciate you too.
being the one guy that lets me drive him.
Well, hey, you know, this Corvette.
Oh, wait.
This Corvette is a Callaway. It's the last one produced. They only built 376 of them.
Okay.
It's 800 horsepower. It's very rare.
Gene's running out of memory space on the camera.
I'll let you drive that one. That's a monster, bro. See the
You heard that, Gene?
supercharger?
Yeah.
See the supercharger coming out of the hood?
Yes.
I mean, it's
This beast. All right, Mike.
All right.
As we wrap up, back where it all started with our 1965 Pontiac GTO. Thank you, everyone, for watching the show and supporting the show. If it was a standout car you like, let us know. If there's a car that you want, let me know, and I'll tell Mike, and we'll make a deal.
I can
Mike,
probably know anything
thanks,
you
man.
want.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. Awesome.
All right, take care.
Good stuff.
All right, man.
If you want your car, shop, or collection featured on the show, then shoot us an email at carshopsandcollections@gmail.com. That's carshopsandcollections@gmail.com. And thanks for watching, and be sure and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes of Cars, Shops, and Collections.